Today is the day. It's a very, very special day for the world of music because there are two incredible albums that have just released. One of which is from my favorite band of all time, VOLA. For those who don't know, first off, go check them out. They have never once released a bad song. Every song has their own unique, flavorful elements, and they're known for mixing these lush melodies with almost lullaby-like textures and tones with these heavy, genty, crunchy riffs. The band just released their fourth studio album, Friend of a Phantom, and I really don't know if I've ever been more excited for an album because, as I said, they are my favorite band, but I haven't known of them for too long, so I've never actually experienced them releasing an album. I found them after Witness came out in 2022, or I think maybe late 2021, and my love for them has only multiplied since. I got to see them live in Los Angeles, and it was one of the peak moments of my entire life. And if you get a chance to see them on their upcoming tour in Europe or opening for intervals in the US, don't miss it. They are one of the best live bands you will ever see. They just have incredible stage presence, incredible feeling, and you really, truly don't want to miss it. But in terms of this album, they've released 4 singles so far, all of which I love. From what I can hear, the songwriting formulas and structures are getting a little bit tighter, a little bit simpler. They're moving a little bit farther from their progressive roots as they gain more of a following. So if there is anything that I'd really be looking for with the other songs on the album that I haven't heard, it would be for some slightly more progressive moments, some slightly more hopeful songs, because that's what I've always loved them for. I have no doubt that they'll bring out that kind of melancholic, hopeful side, but that's just something that I've grown really attached to recently. And those synth melodies, synth solos, the kind of VOLA bell chime-like percussion that they always seem to use, that would just be little cherries on top for me, really. I don't have any specific necessities with this. I'm just here to experience the album. But that is something that I have in the back of my head because the singles have been very different from anything I've heard from them so far, but incredible in their own unique ways. Not a single band gets me this excited for their music, and I am shaking waiting to hear this album. I've only heard the 4 singles. I have not heard Bleed Out, the song that just came out yesterday on Halloween. And with that being said, I'm ready to dive into Friend of a Phantom. And off we go with Cannibal. Of course, this is one of the songs that I've heard already. This and Break My Lying Tongue, the second track, are 2 of the 4 singles they released. And if you haven't heard this one, I would go check it out on your own. But from my experience listening so far, I said it on the first listen, and I'm still gonna say it. I think this is my favorite chorus that I've heard this year. The contrast with the harsh vocals of Anders, the texture it adds, even though it does kind of sound like he says cannonball. We can get to that. I love this verse too. The delicate little hi-hat accents and splash accents from Adam. Angelic singing from Asger. But this chorus, the contrast, does sound a little bit like Cannonball, which I think is a little funny, but I've kind of grown to love it as that. Just this is the way I think of it. But man, these little chord change-ups. As I was saying, probably my chorus of the year right now, but considering how good they are at constructing hooks, that could change in the next 40 minutes. So just the classic VOLA tone. And then we drop it down an octave. I am not someone who is a big fan of harsh vocals. If you watch my channel for a little while, you probably know that. I've never really been able to connect to that form of expression. But I've gotten very used to it in this song and more used to it over time, when it feels like they are singing about something important, when it feels like it has a real message and it's not just screaming death the entire time. I don't mind it in this song, and I actually think it adds to the chorus. They know it's a good chorus too. They play it like 50 times. Oh, I can't wait for all the new tracks. Oh my god. It is emotional for me being able to experience a new VOLA album for the first time. They are always so good with their ambience and their atmosphere that it never gets shoegazy or feels watery or lost. Like, everything is very distinct in their mix. You can tell who's doing what. Incredible production on all the singles so far. It is very modern, but if that's what's going to get them more of a following, then go. I mean, I just say everything stands out as its own instrument, but I really can't tell if this breakdown is guitars and synths like on top of each other or if it's just very thal. Again with the synth details. I haven't heard on any of the 4 singles so far those signature VOLA bells that you hear on I Am Not Here, Future Bird, These Black Claws, We Are Thin Air. But that just shows that the band is evolving. Very expansive synth through all the singles. We'll hear the different tone on the next one, the intro in Break Your Lying Tongue. Those kind of warbly ones that are more computerized on Paper Wolf. I think Martin is maturing a lot. I can't stop playing this song. My favorite of the singles is definitely I Don't Know How We Got Here, how somber that one is. That one's the one that made me feel something the most, but this one has to be my most played. I've clicked on it multiple times a day, every day since it's come out. This one is extremely listenable. I just love Adam's drumming. Just the perfect amount of detail to just feel all comfortable, and it's satisfying. It's really satisfying drumming, but never overdone. It is interesting, they extended the chorus more in the music video and ended on an actual note, and then they did the fade out on the album. But I think that might work better in context with all the songs. And there's that other new synth tone that I was talking about that we haven't heard them use before. That kind of drier synth. This is the most metalcore inspired song that I've ever heard them do. I remember hearing, I believe it was Nikolai saying that it reminds them of like a mashup of Bring Me the Horizon and The National, which is interesting. I don't really hear The National in it, but there's that inspiration from Bring Me. And they did manage to play this at a festival that Bring Me was playing at, so I feel like there might have been a little bit of a tribute there, some inspiration. But regardless, simpler song structure, very short song, but they kept it proggy with that 5/4, and it's just very VOLA. The atmosphere, and another great, interesting drum groove. Always complimentary to the song. And I promise I don't talk this much when I'm hearing new stuff, because I've had these digest so many times, and I'm assuming most of you, especially if you're VOLA fans, have heard these songs before. So I'm just offering my thoughts, preparing myself for the songs that are to come. One thing no one can deny is Asger's voice, not even for a second. He's an angel, man. A 6'6" with long hair, absolute giant of an angel. Every album they've gotten more, these kind of electronic drum grooves have gotten more prominent. But always interesting and textured. I love how it plays out in this song, and in I Don't Know How We Got Here. To stay. Oof, cannot sing. I didn't realize how low end those rhythm guitars are because of such a squealy synth. I mean, they are down there. I remember when this first came out, hearing this part build up, I thought we were gonna get another standard kind of breakdown, just like in Paper Wolf. And so when they brought out that synth, I was so happy to hear that contrast. Martin's synth playing, those beautiful, pure melodic solos, all of his details, the ambience, is probably my favorite part of VOLA's sound. It's the most signature part to me. And this one's more minimal than we got on songs like Gutter Moon, but it works for what it is. Make sure I turn it up just a little when we're getting to these new songs. I need to get every part of the soundscape. A lot of people complain that this breakdown wasn't drawn out enough. But like the band said themselves, if it leaves you wanting more, then that means they made a good song. No music, Dad! Give it to me. I love it already. I already love this. Oh my god, the chords are so beautiful. Oh my god. It's here, the album is here. And it's so beautiful. Yes! Oh my god, up. This is exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. Synth heavy, melody driven. Oh my god. Oh my god. The tone of this one. This has all of the melody, the melancholy that I was talking about. Oh, it's so beautiful. Fuck. Oh, this makes me so happy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. That is already a better chorus than Cannibal. The synths. Oh, bring me to the 80s. This is incredible. I already like this more than all of the singles. Like, oh, this has every tone that I want in a VOLA song. This brings me back to Gutter Moon. Oh my god! The falsettos. You don't understand how happy this makes me. Yes! It's just gorgeous. I love, oh my god, I'll save my thoughts. I just love these mid-level VOLA songs where it's heavy but not overly heavy and it's melody-centric. Oh! I didn't think we were getting that in this song. Oh my god. We are so here. Yes. 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 One more chorus. We're saving this one right now. I might cry. I might cry during this. You don't understand how happy this makes me. Like, this is everything I wanted already. Yes! Extend the instrumental! Oh my god. I need to pause before the next song starts. I'm sorry. That might be one of their best songs ever. And I have to be honest, that wasn't something I was necessarily expecting to say today based on all the singles. I love the singles. They're all at least a 9 out of 10 song for me. Like, every VOLA song is right up here for me. But man, I was kind of getting in the headspace with as their sound got a little simpler, with some of the insane stuff that's come out this year, like Charcoal Grace, Charismatic Leaders, and this Isbjorg album that's coming out today as well. I thought maybe there's a chance that something else contends for Album of the Year. But I think I'm already throwing that out the window. We're just going to have to see. Unbelievable song. Like, unbelievable song. Wow. Everything that makes VOLA great was in that song. No other words. Glass Mannequin. Let's go. Oh. Starting with the synth intro. I like that both of these songs had more of an intro and kind of grew into the song themselves. That breathing space is so nice. Asger, don't do it to me.
My inner vision is birthless.
Fuck.
Holes appear on its surface.
Reminds me of Vertigo in the best way.
Move us further apart.
Oh my god. Bro.
Restless.
I love this drawn out intro.
I dream of
They were right when they said that the spread of heaviness on this album is similar to Applause of a Distant Crowd. It's very balanced so far.
in your protest. That moves us further apart.
A little vocoder action. It's just beautiful.
I don't wanna throw this glass javelin. I don't wanna watch it fly.
Dude.
I don't wanna break my glass mannequin
My heart.
once again.
I feel it in here. Like, this is expanding my heart. This... God, I don't understand how these guys do it. I really don't. I have full body chills. I feel it. My skin is crawling.
We long for brightness that blinds us. And moves us back to the start.
Oh, that deep voice in the background.
I don't wanna throw this glass javelin. I don't wanna watch you.
Oh, are we getting a full electronica track? Because, man,
I don't wanna break my glass.
my God, they're satisfying every craving that I have had for this album. Give me one more heavy banger and I'm fully sold. Nothing else I can ask for.
I don't wanna throw this glass javelin. I don't wanna watch it fly.
One of the best voices ever. Like, and mind you that he plays guitar as well. Asger does all these crazy riffs and metric modulations. I mean, obviously not in this song, but that sheer beauty that goes over those riffs, like, he is the contrast in VOLA himself. It's insanely impressive. Beautiful song. And Bleed Out next. One that I haven't heard. Is this a trap beat? Wait. Sorry.
We were born one day apart. Teeth you grew apart.
I'm sorry.
We may work of art show.
I'm not going to provide context, but I made a bet with my girlfriend earlier. $50. Or rather, I promised that I would buy her dinner if there were trap beats on this album, just because I thought there was no way. We'll carry on. I'm not mad about it. Wow. I can't believe that.
I went through. You compile the story.
Very curious where this goes.
I'm a poison pushing through purely.
With a name like Bleed Out, I feel like we're getting some riffs. Back with that electronica. The tension is building. We're dropping out. Oh. Is this one also better than Cannibal? No one does choruses like they do. Listen to that atmosphere. That soundscape is huge. Very haunting song. This kind of background, the Spotify background, fits the vibe of this song the best so far. Whoa. Such a tone shift from the other songs. Just beautiful. Is this a pre-chorus or? So it feels like a very similar melody. Ooh. Back with the melancholy. You hear those background vocals. Song's 6 minutes. Damn. We might actually get some little interlude stuff going on. Bring back the long songs, VOLA. Incredible chorus, man. I love that line, too. Oh, no. No. Do it again. Oh, fuck. We're really going. Oh, I got chills. Woo! Damn! Oh! Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Another one of my favorite things these guys do. After these brutal breakdowns, those key changes, like the one in Paper Wolf. This is genius songwriting. I feel like I forgot to save the last song, but I will after. Just realized we kind of got the, like, that might have been the longest stretch of Asger harsh vocals ever. Barely even noticed. It was so sick. Synths! Take it away! You had no right to do this to me. Yes. Yes. Something I know. I believe the next two, so can debrief a little. Wow. Like, wow. What a special band these guys are. I'm just a little bit in shock. As always with them, my expectations are exceeded. Or more, I have such high expectations that I don't know how they can keep replicating themselves with this quality, and they do it. Just insane. This one's just a classic at this point for me. I mean, it's been out for over a year. I've heard it so many times. It's the most streamed of the singles. Just have this one locked in my heart by now. And even this, which I don't know if this is a hot take, but I might even consider this their weakest chorus ever. I still just sing every word. Like, there are levels to this game. VOLA create the levels. And those are the synths I was talking about earlier. Another very new kind of texture for them. And I mean, didn't really mention it in the moment, but that third song, We Will Not Disband, synths were on fire in that one. What was I gonna say? So many thoughts about this album right now. The synesthesia is on fire. Just a reminder for everyone watching as well. These colorful edits that I make are not just because I think they're cool or whatever. I have synesthesia. I see colors and patterns and forms of light and everything swirling around me when I listen to music. My senses trigger other senses. And so that's just me trying to give you guys a little bit of an example of what I'm experiencing, because it adds a lot to the song. It's hard to describe when it's all going on and trying to focus on the music, but it has been adding so much to this. So hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing that when it comes back in final product, because it adds a lot. To think that a song can produce this kind of experience for me is incredible. This song has nothing to do with any sort of green colors for me, despite its whole forest theme and everything. It's a very blue song, actually. What a breakdown, too. It sneaks up on you. One of the best fills I've heard in a while. One of my favorites from him. That little snare roll onto the thrash a few times. And there's that key change I was talking about in the last one that I appreciate so much. After that breakdown and bleed out, getting something like this, that complete mood switch, that balance, it comes full circle. It's the relief from the heaviness, it's on you. But it's so enjoyable to listen to because you know something like this is gonna come and it's gonna bring your emotions full circle. Again, incredible songwriting. The wolf is coming. I'm so happy to have new VOLA. Forgot this one was next for a second. This song, man. Talk about masterful songwriting. I talked about it in my video, my short little review of Melodies of Atonement, which, spoiler, was hard for me to get into. But they were able to write such a desolate and dark song that should really be painful to listen to based on the emotional value of it. But they were still able to make it so listenable. Like, I play this song so often. They're able to take such a painful, kind of empty song that stays in this middle register, doesn't have many crescendos or big impact moments or anything, but they made me want to play it over and over and over. Just this VOLA formula. So tasteful, so melodic, still great hooks. It feels like a big warm hug to all of us in a song that's so lonely, and I just think it's so brilliantly written. Those progressions, that empty synth in the background just calling for anything that could be around, anything left, and Asger again. I love the little drum grooves in this one from Adam too. I've learned this song, and it's a fun little one to play, great little details. This chorus is magic. Again, stays in the same register, but it's such an earworm, and especially coming up after this, when those synths come in and just add that little extra layer of VOLA atmosphere that I'm always talking about. And the falsettos. I mean, come on. You just can't deny it. My favorite part of the song, that chorus is still my favorite part of any of the singles. And again, love this little electronic groove going in the background, drum machine, and the fact that he's playing over it as well adds so much to it. It's crazy that there's only 2 more songs after this too. I mean, I suppose their thought maybe VOLA are known for making fairly short albums. And I guess it will get better numbers, more streams because they're shorter, easier to play it, easier to listen, more digestible. But one day I would love a 38 track VOLA album where they're all 15 minutes long. Hollow Kid next, then Trey. I love this intro, but man, I'm so excited for these next 2 more new songs. Bring it to me, VOLA. How are you ending off this album? How are we doing it? Tell me now.
I don't know how we got here.
Almost sounds kind of tribal. Whoa. Oh, it's so jumpy and bendy. Some warbles, man. So good. This is very different for them. Love to see them taking more risks. Oh. Gives kind of Catatonia vibes in a way. Ooh. It's so VOLA. And where you'd normally get those bells that I was talking about, they just got those piano keys in the background. Oh! Oh yeah. Texture, man. Martin's going off again. Whoa. Oh, do you hear that vacuum cleaner synth in the background? Damn. Oh. Gosh. I'm really trying to figure out what the song's about now, hearing it. This is dark stuff. Damn. Thank you for the synths again. Bringing that balance. It's a heavy song, man. Like, in here. Oh my god, the piano? Are you serious?
There's a voice falling out of transmission. He will stick to his old repetition. There's a boy letting go of the kitchen.
Oh my god, the emotional value in this one. This is bringing me back to Future Bird. Halftime chorus. Kind of wish they went somewhere else there, but it's all good. It's a brilliant chorus. No synth this time. Ooh. Actually, it kind of makes sense that they stripped the synths, the bright synths, out of that last chorus, because the kid remains hollow. Great writing again. And the final song on the album, Trey. What a ride this has been, man. It's been a short ride, but it's been a journey.
You gave up my repair months ago.
Oh, I'm already saving it.
Now I'm breathing your air down below.
I'm loving all these slower intros.
Left undone.
lower register. I always praise him for his falsettos, because that is just...
Excuse me while I strain my blinded.
Ah! Like that! Shit!
Excuse me while I drain another.
But he has a great lower register. Whatever. This is insane.
My terrain is slipping away.
Oh my god!
And your champagne is still.
What am I listening to?
I gave up my distress years
Oh my god. What am I listening to? Oh. This is incredible. As always with them, man, saving the best for last. This is perfect so far. There's not a single thing I would change about this.
Excuse me while I strain my blinded eyes. Excuse me while I drain another.
Bring back those super high falsettos later, please.
My terrain is slipping away.
Oh! Oh, that note! These harmonies! That's so hopeful and beautiful. It's perfect. This is one of their best songs ever. This is up there. Oh my god.
Lost in waves and never
God, this is touching me. It's touching my soul, man. Oh my god. This is the perfect ending to an album. I mean, this is ridiculous. In my heart. Oh my god. This song is choking me up. I can't believe how good that was. Is it ending like this? Oh my god, that song. That song melted me. What a ride. That one got me. That one got me. Wow. What an ending. What a song. What a band. What a moment. What an album. What a year for music. Incredible. They've done it again. You guys have done it again, VOLA. And you always will. No one can stop you guys. Cannot wait to see you guys. In March, playing here. It's actually got every emotion coming out of me. It's just so beautiful and so pure. me a second. I'll be back. I'm just gonna debrief on this. But what an album, man. If you get me acting like this, you've created a masterpiece. That's all I can say. I'm back. I've recovered. I listened to Trey and We Will Not Disband one more time because those two songs absolutely moved me and touched my soul in any way that a song can. Just off the bat, I want to give the biggest round of applause, the biggest, warmest metal hug to VOLA for those two songs. My voice is still kind of quivering a little bit from those. Especially that outro of Trey, because that's the last one that's in my head. That's the outro to the album. Got me messing up my words and everything. I think those are two of the best songs they've ever made, which in my book ought to make, oh my God. Usually I edit all this stuff out when I'm messing up my speech and everything. But I think this is just a testament to how good the album was and what it did to me. Because I felt this way after I heard I Don't Know How We Got Here for the first time. It really moved me and I was feeling it in me when I was talking. That emotional kind of soundscape of it all still had its arms wrapped around me. And I felt it after, and I'm really feeling it here. Like, I am feeling these songs strongly. The melodies in those two are just maybe the two best they've ever done. I don't even know if that's possible. I didn't think that was possible for them to outdo themselves like that. But those two songs are the crown jewels of the album for me by quite a lot. And that's not saying anything else about the rest of the album, because I love every song that I heard. But any worries I had were washed away. I was worried about maybe that kind of simpler song structure taking over, maybe a little bit too modern in the production or in the formulas of everything. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that the album's short. It packs every punch that it needs to, and I think it has everything that I would want in a VOLA album, in an album from anyone. And I know I have nothing to worry about with these guys. That's why they're my favorite band, and that's a testament to them. Because there are songs on there, like Break My Lying Tongue, that I don't think I would listen to if maybe any other band had made it. But VOLA, their formula, their sound, their tones, their chemistry as a group that you can feel when you listen to them and when you see them live, that connection that they have and that bond, they have their own genre in my mind for me. VOLA is a section of music. VOLA is a type of experience, a type of journey. And I think anything they get their hands on, anything they put their fingerprints on is just gold, and it works. And I think they made everything work on this album. I think everything spoke in great harmony. I think the balance is incredible. Like I was saying, it is more similar to Applause of a Distant Crowd, with a lot of mid-range songs. The balance between heavier songs and complete ballads is more even. I think it's kind of 3-3 in that regard, with like Paper Wolf, Cannibal, Bleed Out, and I guess Hollow Kid. So really 4 heavier songs, and the rest are kind of in between or just full-on ballad. We got another complete, softer, emptier song, kind of like Vertigo, with Glass Mannequin, that is beautiful and just provides such great breathing room for the album. They did a great job with that on here. Standout performances from everyone. I can't even single anyone out. If I had to, I would just say Asger's vocals, because again, some of the best hooks and melodies I've ever heard on here. He was able to show off his lower register and how important that is to their sound. But just some of those falsettos and the harmonies and his tone, the warmth that it gives me, the comfort it gives me, is just so signature VOLA and so beautiful. And then when you think about the fact that he's singing over these riffs, he's the guitarist, he is the rhythm and the heart of the band with that contrast that he provides. And it's just incredible the way he's able to pull it off. And then Martin on the synths, just brilliant again. Maybe overall his best album, and when he came the most out of his shell here. There are other songs. I think his best synth performance as a song, like his song in VOLA's discography, is Gutter Moon. And that song is probably in my top 5, definitely my top 10. Just some of those moments and the impacts. And my favorite moment on the song is when they, and then into that big synth solo for the first time. I think he owns that track. And so there are moments like that where he just goes on a tangent and shines. But this album, every song has a new texture, something different, something experimental, and it all works. And I think that is what makes this album so balanced, and that's what gives it the contrast. I think the synths are the most contrasting part of the whole album and what make little bits stand out as their own. I think he did an incredible job filling in little gaps, adding details. Nothing was over the top. He wasn't the necessarily the main character in any of it all, but I would argue he's the most important part of the album by far from what I heard. And I think just the ambiance that he adds, the details, and the occasional little solo melody moment, you couldn't do without him. And I think he had an incredible run on this album, just so flawless. But I can't leave anyone out now that I'm talking, because Nikolai's bass tone and the grooves and the textures are incredible. And Adam, probably my favorite drummer now, such great textured grooves, like I was saying. They're so satisfying and supplemental, complementary to everything that is going on in there. The little electronic moments are incredible, but just such balance, such tasteful writing, and it's such an inspired album. It's even more inspired than I thought it would be. I think it's just as good as any of their other albums. Like, technically I have a pedigree. I think In Mazes is still my favorite album of theirs, and arguably my favorite album of all time. I think it's a absolutely flawless album, and the title track is my favorite VOLA song. But we have serious contenders on here, and I'm not going to play a ranking game with anything else, but I had a feeling that maybe their albums were just going to keep getting a little bit less up my alley as they go, because they get a little less progressive. But I'd just put this up there with everything else that they have as just one of the best albums ever. I would argue that for this. And I think it's going to be extremely hard for anything to beat this outro album of the year. We're going to have something incredibly inspired, incredibly special, and groundbreaking enough to just blow my mind to beat this out, because these guys are so inspired and so well drilled. They know exactly what they're doing, and they've perfected their formula to such a point where it's just perfect. A masterpiece from VOLA here. I have no other words. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments, what your favorite tracks are, what the standout moments, how this ranks in and among their other albums, and I will see you guys next time. What a journey again.